Hello students, today we will study relations and functions. The concept of term relations in mathematics has been drawn from the meaning of relation in English language, according to which two objects or quantities are related if there is a recognizable connection or link between two objects and quantities. Let A be a set of students of class 12 of a school, and let B is a set of students of class 11th of the same school. So, how could we relate both of two sets? Then, some of the examples of the relations from A to B are as follows. A comma B belongs to A cross B such that A is the brother of B. So, we can relate A as a brother of B. Second one is A comma B belongs to A cross B such that A is the sister of B. Next example, in third example, A comma B belongs to A cross B such that age of A is greater than the age of B. A comma B belongs to A cross B such that total marks obtained by A in final examination is less than the total marks obtained by B. Last example says that A comma B belongs to A cross B such that A lives in the same locality as B. So, there are so many ways to relate the elements of set A and B. These are the different types of relation between two sets A and B, and we have to define it mathematically as R is a relation curly bracket A comma B. We have to always put the elements in the form of ordered pair such that A belongs to set A and B belongs to set B. Basically, relation is a subset of A cross B. Relation R is a subset of A cross B. So, how could we write as relation R mathematically? R is a relation A comma B belongs to R such that element A belongs to A and element B belongs to B, and A is R related to B, where A and B are non-empty sets or they contain some elements. A and B should not be an empty sets. This is the condition to make a relation. Basically, R is actually a condition to relate elements A and B. Sometimes we have to make a relation only on one set. So, in this case, R is a subset of A cross A because we have to define a relation on the same set. So, how could we relate? And X are related to Y. Now, let us take an example to clear the concept well of relation. Suppose we have a set A having elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, let R is a relation defined as So R is a relation defined on set A. A and B are the element related to each other as B is always greater than and equal to A. So what are the elements of A? One comma 1, 1 comma 2, 1 comma 3, 1 comma 4, 1 comma 5 and 2 comma 2, 2 comma 3, 2 comma 4, 2 comma 5 and 3 comma 3, 3 comma 4, 3 comma 5, 4 comma 4, 4 comma 5, 5 comma 5. These are the elements of relation R. So in this way we can define the relation according to the given condition. We have to learn three types of relation. First relation is reflexive relation, second relation is symmetric relation, third relation is transitive relation. First one is reflexive relation. A relation is called a reflexive relation if we put some conditions in a relation, then the given relation is called reflexive relation. So what is reflexive relation? If for all values of A belongs to A implies that A comma A belongs to R, where R is a subset of A cross A. So we can see here every element of R is related to itself. Then this type of relation is called reflexive relation. Symmetric relation. If for all values of A comma B belongs to A, it implies that A comma B belongs to R, implies that B comma A also belongs to R, where R is a subset of A cross A. Suppose we have two elements A and B. These are belongs to R. Then if B comma A belongs to R, then this relation is called symmetric relation. Transitive relation. If for all values of A comma B comma C belongs to A, it implies that A comma B belongs to R, B comma C belongs to R. Then this implies that A comma C also belongs to R. Then the given relation is called transitive relation, where R is a subset of A cross A. So we can see over here, to prove a relation is reflexive, we need only one element. To prove a given relation is a symmetric relation, we need two elements. And to prove a transitive relation, and to prove a relation is transitive, we need three elements belongs to A. Let us take an example to understand well the concept of different types of relation. Question says, determine whether the given relation are defined as A comma B such that A comma B belongs to A and B always greater than equal to A, defined on the set A having the elements 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Is reflexive relation, symmetric relation and transitive relation. So first of all, we have to write down all the elements of relation R, as we have to take the condition as B always greater than and equal to A. So first element is 1, 1. Second is 1, 2. 1, 3. 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5. 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, 5, and 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5. So these are the elements of relation R. Now we have to check the given relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. For reflexive relation, here 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5 belongs to R. Therefore, the given relation is reflexive. Because each element is related to itself. So this is the condition for reflexive relation. For symmetric relation, here 1, 2 belongs to R. Now we have to check 2, 1 belongs to R or not. So 2, 1 doesn't belongs to R. So we can say that the given relation is not symmetric. For transitive relation, here 1, 2 and 2, 3 belongs to R, and it implies that 1, 3 also belongs to R, then given relation is transitive relation. You can say 1, 2 and 2, 3 belongs to R and 1, 3 also belongs to R, then the given relation is called transitive relation. So in this way we can check any relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. One more relation we have to learn named equivalence relation. A relation is called equivalence relation if it possesses all the properties of reflexive relation, symmetric relation and transitive relation. Equivalence relation. A relation R in a set A is said to be an equivalence relation if R is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. For better understanding, let us take an example. Relation R in a set Z of all integers defined as R x, y such that x minus y is an integer. So we have to check the given relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. To check it out, first what we have to check it out, each element is related to itself. If it is so, then the given relation is reflexive. So here x belongs to Z, then x, x belongs to R. Since x minus x is equal to 0, which is an integer, so we can say that R is reflexive. So the given relation R is reflexive relation. To check the condition for symmetric relation, we have take two elements x, y belongs to Z. Then by the relation as x minus y is an integer, so if x, y belongs to R, then x minus y is an integer. So if we subtract y minus x, we also get an integer. So we can say that the y comma x also belongs to R. Then the given relation R is symmetric relation. For transitive relation, we have taken three elements x, y and z belongs to Z. Let x comma y belongs to R and y comma z belongs to R. Then it implies that x minus z belongs to R, as x minus z is also an integer, because if we subtract an integer with an integer, again we get an integer. So the given relation is also a transitive relation. So this relation possesses all the three relations, then the given relation is an equivalence relation. So in this way we can prove the given relation is equivalence. Now we have to understand the concept of functions. A relation f from set A to set B is said to be a function if every element of set A has one and only one image in B. The function f from A to B is denoted by f such that A to B. In this way we can define a function mathematically. What are the different types of functions? There are two types of function. One function, onto function. One function is also called injective function and onto function is also called surjective function. Thank you.